Hey YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so this is for the sign of Virgo for mid-October 2017. Always check your moon rising and even your Venus for additional messages. I always tell you guys, if everything in the storyline is not resonating, then that could be another Virgo's energies that are picking up in the cards, and those messages would in fact be for them. So I always tell you to check your moon rising and even your Venus for additional messages, and basically put the puzzle pieces together, for your circumstance and situation in regards to what's going on, with your specific, life and situations. So I am in fact doing an intuitive sorting, and if you would like to stick around until it's completed, you are always welcome to, or you can scroll through a bit until I get this completed here. So let's see what comes out here for Virgo for mid-October 2017. Clearly the ambiance has changed because I feel like being outside. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So let's see what we got going on here. One of these. Okay, Virgo. Oop, there's a caterpillar. Ooh, where you going, buddy? Go the other way. Sorry, guys, there's a cat. I'm so sorry. But there's like this little caterpillar, and I don't want it to get squished. It's about to get squished. Okay, listen. You gotta go. Other way. Wrong way. Let me get squished. Okay, there. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm a little bit freezing. You guys are gonna kill me. Okay. We didn't want anything to happen to the caterpillar, right? Okay, so let's see what we got on here right here for mid-October 2017. Okay, so your first card out here is the Eight of Diamonds, indicating that you could in fact be, making a plan here, and you are being divinely guided, and this is a divine plan here, okay? There's some action that you're needing to take. It may be going against what you truly wish and desire, but you're being divinely guided in order to complete this, okay? Because others' wishes and desires are affecting you at this time. Okay, Virgo, so what it's showing me here is that you are in fact being spiritually guided, okay? And you could in fact be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, because that's the only energy that is showing here on the grid at this time, okay? So what it's showing me here is that you could have in fact started a romantic affair with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but there's some sort of disconnect at this time, and there is something involving a divine plan here, because you are in fact being divinely guided through this, okay? What it's showing me here is that there is some sort of communication that is not happening at this time, and it's based off of others' wishes and desires that could be affecting you and or this other person, because there's some sort of action and change in social standing that needs to take place. What it's showing me here is that there's a lot of scattered energy. There's lack of focus here, because our focus is more or less on these negative emotions, which is showing me here we have the Eight of Spades, which indicates unrequited love, which we know is lack of love of self, right? But these lower level feelings that we're having is based off of the fact that others' wishes and desires are affecting. So either you're being affected by a person that you're with, and or this other person that you're dealing with, which you do have a soulmate connection with, is being affected at this time. And this could be involving children, which is why there is, an issue in communication at this time, because what is showing me here is that you are in fact going to have the period over the situation. So if you're dealing with an following me around, but it's like hitting my camera. I'm so sorry. But what is showing me here is that either you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or this other person that you're dealing with is dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it's showing me here that there's victory right in front of you. But you're using careful planning. You're not pushing things. You want future success, but you're not pushing things. But the future success that you perceivably may want at this time is the wrong way. So it's like you could be dealing with a circumstance or situation in a home environment, and you have children involved in the situation. There's some sort of communication that's lacking, but you're needing to use your common sense and good judgment when it comes to these other people that you could be dealing with in your home environment, because it's showing here that you may need to move, okay? Move out of this home environment situation. And you could have to commute to work, or where you're at this time is affecting your commute to work. But it's like two ends of a sword is how you're feeling. It's like this home environment situation is blocking you from taking action and changing your social standing. So you're losing your focus here because there's a circumstance and situation where there's going to need to be healing that takes place, and this could be involving children. You could be in a home environment situation where you're commuting to work, okay? But you're needing to move out of this situation where it could in fact make your commute to work better. But it's like, that'll make it better, but now you have to leave your home environment situation, and you could just be holding on to an old energy or an old living arrangement with, this could be a marriage, this could be a partner, something of that nature. But it's showing here that you're going to have victory over the situation, but you need to take action. So if you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, you're needing to take action and changing your social standing with this person in order to get to your victory. But you're hanging on to old energy. You're hanging on to the sense of unrequited love. So it's more or less an ego bruise here, rather than following your heart, okay? Because it's showing here that you could have in fact started a romance of the soul with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're needing to use your common sense and good judgment when it comes to this person, because they are in fact your soulmate. But you're allowing others' wishes and desires in your circumstances and situations where you may need to move or leave this other environment in order to be with a soulmate. But your illusion could be that, you've been in this marriage or this circumstance or situation for so long that you're used to it. But now that changes are on the rise, it's like you're not pushing things, but you know that it's coming. Like you know that you need to make this decision in order to move. And this move could actually put you closer to your work, which shows it's almost like a backhanded desire being met because you need to move out of this home environment situation, but you know that it's not serving you. Like you know that you're not happy in this home environment situation, but you're still holding on to it because you're used to it. But you could have in fact met this other person, and you have a romance of the soul with this person, but you're allowing others' wishes and desires to hold you back. And if you have in fact not met this soulmate yet, let me tell you something, Virgo. Once you move out of this situation that you could be stuck in your home environment, you're going to meet someone, and you're going to start a romance of the soul. But you know what's holding you back from meeting this soulmate is that you're holding on to this old situation that has served its purpose, karmically speaking here, but is no longer serving your purpose desirably. Okay? So if you haven't met a soulmate, look, I'm using all this. If you haven't met your soulmate yet, once you get out of this old energy, you're going to meet them. But you're needing to use your common sense and your good judgment because you're being divinely guided. You're on the brink. You're not pushing things, but you want future success. But there's communication that needs to happen with this person that you could be living with in order to resolve these problems. And then you need to take action. There's going to need to be healing that takes place here. But understand this is part of the divine design. And you have victory over these feelings of unrequited love. Like if you're moving away from a marriage or a partnership that's no longer working, but your ego's bruised because this person is not connecting with you any longer, understand they're not connecting with you because there's no passion there. But Even if you've met a soulmate, you're passionate with that person. If you haven't met a soulmate, you have somebody right on your path, but you need to clear out the old energy in your path first because you're holding on to it. You understand what I'm saying? You got to release this circumstance and situation in your life. Once you do, boom, you're going to meet a soulmate, okay? So there's lack of passion in this situation, but there may need to be healing that takes place because there's a child involved. You could have even gotten into a fight with a child or something of that nature. But understand that you're being divinely guided here, okay? So let's see if there's any more messages. Because the only other sign I have here is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So understand, this could be vice versa. This could be this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, okay? So let's see what we got here. Yeah, look, your new beginning requires moving. This is trip by car. This is a moving truck. This is also a need here for verbal communication in order to get to this new beginning. But you're being asked to take this leap of faith here, and this indicates a child. So you may need to move at a distance from your child, but it's showing here that you're moving forward to a new beginning. Don't allow that to affect you, okay? Because you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy in your home environment, and this needs to end. This is a complete ending in order to have a brand new beginning. This is moving to a new home, and you're needing to cut this person out of your life, okay? You're needing to cut this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy out of your life. So you could, in fact, be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That is your soulmate, but you're needing to get rid of this water sign that you could, in fact, have a child with, and you're needing to move away from them. But your new beginning lies in the fact that you need to take this leap of faith. Once you take the leap of faith, you in fact do have your brand new beginning, okay? Because your fear could be this ending. This is where your transition lies. This is an ending in order to have a brand new beginning, new phase of life. But you have worry and anxiety over cutting this person out of your life because you don't know what lies ahead. This is if you didn't. Either way, whether you met this soulmate or not, you don't know what lies ahead of you. But I'm telling you this right now, from what I see, there's happiness that lies right in front of you on your path, but you got to get out of this situation. It's no longer serving you, and you know this, and this is something that you've known for a while, especially if this is a marriage, okay? Especially if this is a marriage. But understand, and if it's a marriage to a water sign, you know that it's been over, but you're holding on to the old energy. Yes. So here we go. If you're not dealing with water, then you're dealing with an air sign here. This is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy that could be causing a lack of progression and a serious setback, and or the lack of progression and the serious setback here with moving towards an air sign is based off of the ending of the water sign. So this could go vice versa. Okay? So if you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, then there's a water sign, and this is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, listen. If you're dealing with an air sign in some way, shape, or form, there could be a lack of progression and a setback with you moving towards this air sign, or vice versa, based off the fact that you need to cut this water sign out of your life because it's old. It's an old energy. It's a karmic situation. It's going around like this and this and this, whether it's a marriage partner or if it's just somebody that you've gotten in a relationship with, and it's been on recycled mode for like 4 times over, where it's over. And you know it's over. Internally, you know it's over, but it's like you're worried that either the soulmate that you're not with, that you met, is not on the path, and or you're fearful that there's not a soulmate on your path and that you don't want to be alone. You're never alone. And if the divine has a plan for you to be alone for a minute, it's because you're stuck in an old energy and you need to be alone so that you can learn yourself. Because it's like you haven't been able to understand yourself on a deeper level because you've been accommodating others. Yes, you have. I just heard somebody go, yeah, I have. So stop doing that because you're not happy. You know that you're not. You're not fooling me here, okay? Listen, you're not. I can see it. If you could be in my head, you would understand, but it's your life. Because listen, if you're dealing with an air sign, you're going to have a reconciliation. This is a spiritual journey with this air sign. So they could just have air in their chart. They could have air and fire in their chart. And you're on a spiritual journey with them, and there's a reconciliation. But Virgo, And this could be Virgo. I'm picking a Virgo sun and Virgo rising heavily here. That you gotta get rid of this water sign. And this water sign could be their sun sign or their Venus sign, is what I'm picking up with the water. But you gotta cut this person out of your life, especially if you're dealing with a Scorpio. I'm picking up Scorpio energy heavy here. There's no passion with this person. It's an old karmic energy that you're hanging on to. So this could be a marriage and or just a karmic relationship that's been recycled to death. There's nothing left. You got this reconciliation with either fire or air or both. As soon as you make this decision, you could be worried about your financial stability because you got to move a distance. You may need to move to be with this air fire sign. But guess what? Your financial stability lies once you separate and release yourself. Get out of here. Once you separate and release yourself from this water sign that is causing you to feel fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation. This water sign could also be affecting your financial stability. There are karmic situations, so they could just be with you for egotistical reasons, and you know better, Virgo. You do. You know better. My rising's Virgo. I know better. So listen, this person could be financially draining you, and you're sick and tired of the situation, but you're holding on to an old energy. There's no passion here with this person. Listen, this doesn't come out by a coincidence. You're needing to move past this old energy because what lies there is the person you could be worried about having a new beginning with. It is right there. And if it is a Gemini specifically, you do have mutual feelings. But if you're dealing with either money issues and or a third party, they could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy that you need to financially free yourself from. But you have worry and anxiety over this complete ending. And why do you have worry and anxiety over this complete ending? Because you're in lack of communication with the person you desire to be with. But once you take this leap of faith and this old energy, what lies right on your path is financial independence, a brand new beginning, a new phase of life. You're wiping the slate clean. And if you are in fact dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, you could be carefully evaluating before taking action towards this person. You still could be thinking about this person or have this person on your mind, but the reason why you're not taking action towards them is due to the fact that you're stuck in an old energy, and you're needing to understand this old energy itself is freeing you. The old energy needs to be free from. The divine's freeing you from this energy because you're needing to break down your established mind thought patterns when it comes to relationships. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. That's what I'm labeling this. And as you take these steps forward, your efforts are rewarded. You will be able to work this out and bring this into union and further develop this relationship that with the soulmate that came into your life that's either fire or air. And here's your energy, Virgo. So there's legal documents pertaining to the home. That is exactly what needs to take place here. But you could be worried about filing these papers because the worry is around a child and finances. Listen, we don't have coincidences here. No, we most certainly do not. So if you have a soulmate connection with somebody who is either fire or air, or they hold both of those things in their chart, they live at a distance from you. You're worried about your finances and you're holding on to an old energy with a water sign that needs to end, whether it's a marriage or a karmic partnership, and you know that it is. And this freaking water sign could be financially draining the crap out of you. And that's something that you need to wake up to and realize, because once you do, victory. You got victory. Victory was right underneath you on the chart with this air fire person that you have a soulmate connection with. But you're holding on to old energies. And the divine, you're carefully evaluating before you're taking action. And what was right behind that card was your higher self. The divine brought this air sign or fire sign into your life, and you have a soulmate connection with this person. Listen, you need to make a decision very soon. Clearly decide, because if you don't, listen, this isn't a threat. Whenever I say if you don't, understand that I'm not threatening you. I don't do threats. I do truth. Very soon you need to make a decision, because if you don't, the divine's going to intervene. And somebody said something about the divine doesn't intervene. Yes, they do. What the divine does is there's energies that have already been built up, and if you're sitting on those energies, not making a decision and staying stuck, a circumstance, situation will arise that will push you it will further make you have to make a decision because it will be a further unscrupulous situation. So, and I've had the divine intervene in my life, so I know that it's real. Yes, I most certainly do. Okay. Listen, you need to make a decision because you may need to move at a distance. You may need to move at a distance, but guess what? You're supposed to. Yes, it was a divine plan, meaning you're not successful where you're sitting. You're not successful in the relationship. Your money could be being affected by this person, and or you're not doing successfully in the business that you're in where you're at. Check it. If that's the case, then you need to move and make this decision. We don't have coincidences up in here. No, we don't. Because wait till I just show you the next card that came out. Once you make this decision and you move, meaning physically pack up your crap and go see your soulmate or go move to where it is that you truly desire, and your commute to work could be even closer, or to where it is that you need to move in order to have success. Because once you do, and you take back control of your life, make this decision to move out of this situation in your home environment, hometown, don't matter. You need to free yourself and take back control of your life. Your abundance lies there. But you're allowing old energies, you're holding on to them, and you're not making the decision because you're not in communication with a soulmate, or you haven't met a soulmate yet. Either way, it doesn't matter. They're there. But you got to make a decision, because freeing yourself and taking back control of your life brings back your passion, because I feel like you have been losing it. But you're going to be gaining it back once you make a decision, and it's to move, okay? Passion. Free yourself. Take back control of your life. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Listen. Release this codependent partnership. You may be drinking a lot. This person may be holding you back. This person could be draining your freaking bank account. Release this partner that is holding on to this energy here that is codependent all day, because you need to recapture romance. But you got to allow your inner youthful spirit of love to shine. And the person that you're either living with and or in this marriage partnership, don't matter, is holding you apart from everything that you want. And now you're wanting to recapture this connection with the soulmate, but you're not in communication with them, and or you're afraid that you could be an older Virgo who's afraid that you may not ever meet someone again. Yes, you freaking will. This is part of the divine plan. Do you trust it? Because you're not happy.